Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. And whatever platforms you're listening to this on, I just want to say I really appreciate it. And if you are subscribed, thank you for being a subscriber. But if you are not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And if you're listening to this on YouTube while you're at it, go ahead and hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place, and let's get into this conversation. Previously, I spoke about Jonathan Majors and the fact that he had some allegations out there with regards to his girlfriend and things that he may have done to her. And some people were just in an uproar thinking, why? Why would these people, quote unquote, be out here trying to tear this black man down? And it's amazing to me when people just all of a sudden get in an uproar just because of someone's ethnicity to stand up for them. Although I get sometimes where, people feel like, well, we live in a society where it's like some people are innocent until proven guilty, but others are guilty until proven innocent, or guilty until proven guilty. So I spoke about that because based on the information that was out there at the time, it just did not sound like a situation where people should have automatically jumped on the support bandwagon of this man when they really didn't know the full details. And based on what had come out, it just did not sound like something that was fabricated or made up, or the police just got so heavily involved in the beginning before they had all of the evidence, or maybe they both should have been charged. But we have not seen this woman, but we have seen this man. And just based on the way that he appears, and I'm not talking about facial features, okay? But I'm just speaking about the size of this man. I highly doubt that the female in question and the alleged victim is the same size as he is and could have been as aggressive as he was, and them just being like in an equal footing battling each other. I didn't appear that way to me. And so I didn't come out at the time when his attorney had released text messages from the alleged victim / we're assuming his girlfriend or female friend, because from what it sounded like, she got upset because of some text messages that she saw on his phone that was between him and another female, and she got upset. And some people were trying to make the assumptions that she started swinging on him and he was just trying to defend himself. But listen, the markings that the police saw on this woman apparently was enough for them to say, you know what, no, we have to step in and press charges, even if she does not want to do so. Because that's the thing that some people have to realize when it comes to these domestic situations like this. Yeah, sometimes the female, she may call the police. She's upset. She's afraid. She's fearful. And that first thought and that first mind usually is the right thought. But then they start considering things and thinking about, well, how is my livelihood going to be affected? How, if this moves forward, would this affect our relationship? Because it's not like I'm saying I don't want to be with this person anymore. I'm just trying to protect myself. And he flew off the handle. And maybe they have children together. I'm just speaking overall. And I'm not speaking about Jonathan Majors and the alleged victim. But I'm just saying overall, when victims contact the police, a lot of times it's that first moment, they're in fear, they're in shock, they're in panic. So it's not like they're lying. And I'm not speaking about the females that do lie, because there are females that lie and there are also men that lie. People lie, yes. But in situations like this, stuff like this happens all the time, where unfortunately the female was a victim, but they want to give the guy another chance and they don't want to have law enforcement involved, and they don't want it to change their life. They're just really hoping that the person will change and get help and things like that. So when the attorney for Jonathan Majors released the text messages, to me, it did not prove that he didn't do anything. To me, it sounded like what I had already assumed happened was the fact that this was a woman who was afraid. She wanted to get assistance, but she did not want to pursue charges, and she did not want this to affect his livelihood, and definitely not change her livelihood and lifestyle as well, because they have gotten to the point where they are living, even if it's newer, a lifestyle that they've become accustomed to, okay? So a part of the text message that was released by his attorney, okay, where they were trying to make it sound like, look, we have proof to back up that Jonathan Majors did nothing wrong. It did not come out in that way. So it said, please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you're out. I love you. To me, that didn't sound like someone that was saying they were lying. It just sounded to me like it was a woman who was in a moment of fear and panic and not wanting to lose her man and lose her livelihood. So that's why she said the things that she said to him in the text message. It didn't sound like she was saying, look, I told them that I lied. You didn't do anything to me. I put the markings on myself. I put myself in the hospital, and I'm just getting out of the hospital. So I'm sorry that I said that you did this, but I lied. She just was basically letting him know that I have regret for contacting the police. I have regret for getting anyone else involved, even though you did this to me. I still love you. That's what it sounded like to me. So for those who were trying to say that these text messages justified Jonathan and it should prove that he did nothing wrong, that was a far stretch. It really was. So now it's being reported that he's been released from the PR agency that he was working with, the PR teams, Marvel Studios, and dropped by his management. So the story reads that Jonathan Majors has parted ways with his management and public relations teams. According to Variety, Majors' talent manager Entertainment 360 dropped him following reports that he abuses women. The Creed 3-star was also dropped by his former public relations manager, the lead company. Additionally, fashion house Valentino mutually agreed with the disgraced actor that he will not attend this year's Met Gala as their guest. So, the victim called 911 on March 25th and accused him of strangling her and striking her in the face in a taxi. She was treated at an NYC hospital for minor injuries to her head and neck. And so, of course, the attorney denied that anything occurred and then said that the victim recanted the accusations and released those text messages. But again, the text messages didn't sound like someone that was recanting the allegations. It just sounded like someone that had remorse for just everything that happened overall and was sorry that law enforcement got involved. So it looks like this is a pretty big fall from grace. And I don't know what is next to come for him. I don't wish him any harm. I don't wish the female any harm. Honestly, unfortunately, stuff like this happens in everyday life more times than not with people who are in relationships and they get into a heated argument. The woman may reach for something or maybe grab on the guy, shake on him, whatever. I'm not saying those things are okay, but if he didn't put his hands on her the way that he did, he wouldn't be in this fix right now. And some, may assume that, well, even if he didn't do it, she would have contacted the police. I don't think that she would have. I really don't. She may have tried to embarrass him on social media, but I don't think that she would have went out of her way to injure herself and have the police contacted and then have to be put in the hospital if she just was doing that to herself. I mean, we've seen the movie A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. That stuff is not normal, okay? That's just not normal real life. Stuff like that does happen, but for the most part, he really doesn't have anyone to blame but himself. And we'll see if he learns something from this, but his actions, and I venture to say his actions not even starting, but going back to being unfaithful, having your girl that I'm assuming he was in a relationship with find stuff on his phone, because it probably popped up while they were sitting next to each other. I don't believe she just grabbed his phone and said, you know what, I want to search your phone. Give me your phone, and grabbed it. I don't think that happened. So your star is starting to rise. You're getting the big ego. People are coming at you, going into your DMs and all that other stuff. And now you feel like you have more access and whatever. People need to start learning how to control their emotions and to control their freaking sexual urges, because you're a human being. You're not an animal. I'm so tired of that lame excuse for just because a man has access and a lot of money, he gets to just sling his dingling all around here, there, and everywhere, because there are repercussions for those actions. And sometimes it comes in a package like this, So again, his actions caused this. And his attorney releasing those text messages really did not do him any good. In actuality, it probably hurt him more in the long run, because now you have the PR teams, with an S, plural, that dropped him, Marvel Studios, and his management. So, yeah, just wanted to talk about that. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Thank you so much for liking this commentary. This is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.